Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Bourbon County Brand Stout 2021 edition revisited. This is from Goose Island Brewing Company of Chicago, Illinois. This stout contains wheat, as it says down below here. It's best by, it says drink by, not best by, drink by August 3rd of 2026. It's 14% alcohol. It's brewed, barrel aged, and bottled in Illinois. Notes of vanilla, toffee, chocolate, burnt sugar, and dried fruit. The original bourbon barrel aged stout. Alrighty, and it's just a stout aged in bourbon barrels. Dark malts, various hops, also wheat, and this 500 milliliter bottle cost me $12.99, $12.99 at Mathern's. As you can imagine, the scores on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and Untapped are very high. And if you watch video reviews, you typically will get very high scores from people. Not much head of foam there. As you can see, a little bit of tan head. It's very dark brown. Yes, nearly black. Let's go with the aroma on this elixir. Bourbon barrels. Now, I was looking at the website and they were saying for 2022, which is coming up, the 2022 edition always released at the end of the year. They were saying they're using barrels from Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, and a third company. What did they say? Wild Turkey. So I don't know how they're arranging that. In other words, are there some batches that are all Buffalo Trace, some batches that are all Heaven Hill, and then so forth? So they'd be a little different. I know sometimes the ABV will be different on year to year. Now, for 2022 upcoming, they're showing 14% even, just like 2021, 14. But even within a year release, you'll find different ABVs sometimes. 14.2, you might see 13.9. It's a little odd. So, but they don't disclose on here if that's the case, like the Heaven Hill barrels, Buffalo Trace barrels, Wild Turkey barrels, Bolete barrels, whatever. Would that change it? I guess it could. And it's bourbon barrels, okay, not rum barrels or just blended whiskey barrel or corn whiskey barrels. It's specifically bourbon barrels, ex-bourbon barrels. All right. So you can smell that, the whiskey notes. Let's go with in the dark roasted malt, dark cherry, maybe a little, like they said, vanilla and licorice. I'm saying they're saying chocolate, burnt sugar, and dried fruit. Well, dried fruit, perhaps, like the dates. I say mostly raisin, which is dried fruit. Maybe prunes. Very dark malts. Bitterness level. Okay, sweetness level is probably 4 out of 5 sugar cubes. Very malty and sweet. A little bit overly sweet, that for some people maybe perhaps. Bitterness, 3.5 out of 5 hop cones, I think. Perhaps more, but I'll say 3.5 out of 5 bitterness units. Char. There's really no barrel char, or like they took the malts and overly roasted them and they got burnt. They're saying burnt sugar. Like a creme brulee type thing. I think that's part of it. I don't think I would be talking about that had I not read that already, you see, so it kind of influenced me. Well, at least we got a perfected product. Had that little one mishap, remember, in 2015, or is it 2016 maybe? Can't remember now. Yeah, this is a 2014 bottle. This is back when they were in the 12-ounce bottles, and you could get them in the 4-pack, which I thought they should have kept that format. Same thing, so it contains wheat, 13.8%. Now, does the wheat change it? Yeah. Some of these Imperial IPAs, double and triple IPAs, will have wheat. Gives it that soft kind of white wheat bread body. I don't love that. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it either. Maybe it softens the body here. It's like a high medium. It's not a heavy beer. High medium body, and a mostly dry finish. Sweet as it is in the tasting, it finishes drier on the dry side. Let's say 70% dry, 30% sweet. So it declines. Tapers off nicely. Could they release a non-wheated version? They could. Be interesting. They got a lot of these flavored versions. Like Mathern's has a whole line of Coca-Cola flavored. Not Coca-Cola, can't say that, but cola. The red label from 2021, I didn't buy it. I wasn't paying $20.99 anyway. I'm not paying $21 minus a penny for a 500 milliliter bottle of beer. I'm not doing it. Okay, but I bought 2 of these. I think the first one I got for $10.99 and closer to New Orleans, and this one $12.99. But anyway, scoring. Now they come out with so many variants every year, and you'll get a few in your town, but you might live in a big city like New York or Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, and so maybe you get all the variants. I would assume Chicago would. That's the home base for Goose Island. We'll get the main one always, which will stay on the shelves all year now. 10 years ago it would sell out. Well, 10 years ago we couldn't get it. 8 years ago, 7 years ago it would sell out in a day. And then as time went on, the excitement level dropped, and then I bought the last bottle that Mathern's had on the shelf of this. Yeah, but like I say, we'll get a handful of the variants. Like this year, the cola, and I think maybe the caramel candy, that what they call it, it was the green apple, like candy apple thing. I mean, it was all right if you want to drink some like 14% candy apple tasting thing that you drink it, you feel like you took medicine. This is going to do the same thing to me, but I'm going to sip it really slow. I don't want to go through that. It's just too much. But the score, no doubt, we need more Goose Island around here. We don't get barely get the wheat beer. We get the IPA, yes, very commonly. What's that one called? The brown, the amber ale. Can't remember. Oh, there's something Tankard. I'm thinking of Pabst Old Tankard Ale. It's nothing like that. I wouldn't be able to go lower than a 99 out of 100 on this. So for 2021 revisit, I'm going to go 99 out of 100. Maybe going a little too low, but 9.9 out of 10. An outstanding product, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Chicago, Illinois, and tour the Goose Island Brewery.